Little people, Big World's Tori refuses to leave hospital amid Zach's medical emergency. Dear loves, welcome to TLC Drama. Please do subscribe my YouTube channel. Little people, Big World Season 25 star. Zach Roloff is facing a medical emergency in the newest season of the series, and his wife Tori Roloff has refused to leave his side in his time of need. For years, the Roloff family has been sharing their story with viewers of Little People, Big World. While Zach and Tori's family has continued to grow, the drama surrounding the Roloff family has been difficult. With Zach and Tori having moved away from the rest of the family during the last season of Little People of Big World, things have changed for the family. In a preview clip from the upcoming premiere of Little People, Big World Season 25, via ET Online, Tori is shown explaining what's been happening with Zach's health. The last 10 years, Zach has had really bad migraines almost once a month, and they've never been able to really pinpoint what they are, Tori explained. Zach has dealt with these headaches for way too long, but this time has escalated very quickly. Zach, who was admitted to the hospital in extreme pain, had Tori with him while his mother, Amy Roloff, was waiting for updates on her son's condition. While he was in the hospital, Zach's family was hopeful that they would get good news about his state, and quickly. It was a little nerve-wracking that Zach had to be rushed to the hospital, Amy explained. And I tried to make sure that whatever information Tori relayed to me, that I would go ahead and relay to Matt and all the kids. While the Roloff family has been working through some drama throughout the family, Amy was open to sharing with the rest of her kids and her ex-husband, Matt Roloff, about Zach's state whenever she could. The Roloff family has been dealing with interpersonal drama, along with Zach's health issues for the last few years. It's been difficult for them to come together. Zach, who has dealt with health problems frequently, had emergency surgery to repair a shunt in his brain in February 2023. Tori, who kept Little People, Big World viewers up to date on what was going on with her husband throughout the ordeal, shared that it was a surprise, but she was happy to share that Zach had done well in the surgery. The family hoped to help Zach continue to heal. After Zach's emergency situation, many have wondered if it's possible that the Roloff family will try to come together to support Zach, Tori, and their 3 children while he heals. Despite knowing that Zach has been dealing with similar issues for years, it's possible that he's now used to having some larger health problems to deal with day to day. The Little People, Big World stars are hopeful that in the future, Zach's condition will improve and allow them to continue living their lives to the fullest. Zach Roloff is officially on the mend. On Sunday, the Little People, Big World star took to Instagram to give his followers an update after undergoing emergency brain surgery last week. Hey everyone, I am back home and recovering. Thank you to everyone who has reached out or came by the house to support Tori and the kids. It's been an emotional week, but hopefully on the road to recovery, the 32-year-old wrote next to a photo of him laying on the couch with his 3 children, Jackson, Lila, and Josiah. Zach went on the elaborate about the procedure and thanked his wife, Tori Roloff, his mother, Amy Roloff, and medical professionals for all of their help. I had a shunt revision surgery after getting really sick, he added. The shunt has always been something I've had, but became very real this past week for our family. Thank you to Tori Roloff for being the rock this week in our family and rallying the kids. My mom for coming up twice in the night so I could go to the ER. And the doctors and nurses at the hospital who advocated for me and continue to advocate and care for their patients every day. I'm happy to be home, but thinking about everyone still in the ER, ICU, or neurology that can't be home yet. According to Johns Hopkins University, a shunt is a hollow tube surgically placed in the brain or occasionally in the spine to help drain cerebrospinal fluid and redirect it to another location in the body where it can be reabsorbed. Shunt procedures can address pressure on the brain caused by hydrocephalus and relieve its symptoms such as gait difficulty, mild dementia, and lack of bladder control. Zach's update comes 3 days after Tori revealed that he had to undergo emergency surgery. Not exactly how we saw our week going. Zachary had emergency shunt revision this morning. It's been a scary 72 hours, but he is doing well and recovering, the mother of 3 wrote next to pictures of her husband in the hospital bed. Thank you so much to everyone for the prayers that you have covered us in. We feel them. We are so incredibly blessed by our neurosurgeon team and their attentiveness to Zach's needs. Tori continued. Thank you to our friends and family who have all reached out asking to help. We feel so loved and supported by you. Also shout out to Amy Roloff for holding down the fort and playing hide and seek for who knows how many hours. I'm here praying that Zach's recovery is quick and easy and that this will be our answered prayers to relieving his migraines. You're a freaking badass, Zach. You just had brain surgery and handled it like a rock star. TLC's Little People, Big World fans know Zach Roloff recently had a medical emergency. Zach headed to the hospital unexpectedly after needing an emergency shunt revision, and he and Tori Roloff kept their followers apprised via Instagram. Amy Roloff gave another update on Zach on Feb. 23, 2023. Now that he's at home. Little People, Big World star Zach Roloff recently underwent emergency surgery for a shunt revision. We discovered Zach's shunt is in need of repair and will have surgery in the morning, Tori Roloff shared via Instagram stories. They say it's routine surgery, but it's far from my routine and Zach and I are nervous. It feels big to us, but we trust his doctors and their ability and knowledge. Amy Roloff assisted Zach and Tori by taking care of their kids. She also posted about Zach's surgery to Instagram. As for Matt Roloff, he was in Arizona for his mother's birthday. But he encouraged his Instagram followers to pray for Zach's recovery. Zach created his own Instagram post upon leaving the hospital. It's been an emotional week, but hopefully on the road to recovery, he captioned his post showing him surrounded by his 3 kids. I had a shunt revision surgery after getting really sick. The shunt has always been something I've had, but became very real this past week for our family. Little People, Big World star Amy Roloff took to Instagram Live on Feb. 23, 2023, to speak with fans about the latest in the Roloff family, and she shared an update on Zach Roloff's health. Zach is doing good. He's home now. He's recuperating, Amy shared. He's doing well. I think he probably goes back to the doctor in the next day or 2, but so far, so good. I'm just really hoping he doesn't have to be back there and go through this again for quite some time. But yeah, he's doing good. Amy said his 3 kids also handled the emergency better than expected. The kids are doing great, she added. I think the kids have handled it well. Tori, tremendous. Amy Roloff helped Zach and Tori Roloff immensely during Zach's hospital stint. The Little People Big World star said on Instagram Live that she drove to Zach and Tori's place at 2 a.m. to assist. I was just glad that I was able to be there for them, Amy said. I was just glad I was able to drive up at 2 o'clock in the morning. As for Matt Roloff, he was headed to Arizona, and many of his Instagram followers called him out for not being there for his son. Amy might have thrown some shade toward Matt via her Instagram Live due to his absence. I look at it as, that's what grandmas do, that's what family does, Amy said of her 2 a.m. drive. I am just really grateful that I was able to do it. Fans of Little People Big World know that Tori Roloff can always be counted on for adorable pics and videos of her kids living their very best lives, so they were thrilled to see her latest post on social media. The The reality TV star took to Instagram this week to share a video documenting an exciting experience for her 7-year-old son, Jackson, an afternoon spent fishing. In the clip, the little boy cast his line over the side of a boat alongside his mom and dad, Zach, before the family posed with the catch of the day. Great American family. When hope calls, get to know Sarah Fisher. Great American family. When hope calls, get to know Sarah Fisher. An actual dream come true for our Jackson today, Tori captioned her post. He got to go out with some of the addicted_ fishing crew, and he was locked in all afternoon long. Thank you so much, Marlon, Colt, and Sean, for making this happen. In the comments, the pros from Addicted to Fishing raved about their time with the Roloff family, writing, "We loved having you guys out." Jackson was a little stud. He handled those salmon like a pro. Other fans were happy to see Jackson have the chance to do something he was passionate about. Tori Roloff, that is awesome. I know you guys were talking about it on the pod. How cool that his dream came true, wrote one commenter. This isn't the first time the family has enjoyed a water-related activity recently. Earlier this month, Tori shared footage from a girls' weekend with her daughter, Lila, including a boat ride. In July, she posted a video to Instagram from the family's visit to Washington State's Lake Merwin, including kayaking, swimming, and more fishing. Little people, Big World stars Zach and Tori Roloff recently posted a fun video featuring themselves and their 3 kids. But recently, the TLC couple sent a bold message to critics after the clip went viral. In the most recent episode of their Raising Heights podcast, Tori and Zach addressed the slew of negative comments they received from an AUG17 Instagram post. The video showed the reality stars dancing with their children, Jackson, 7, Lila, 4, and Josiah, 2, who all have achondroplasia dwarfism like their father. The War Treaty, Michael Tanya Trotter's message to veterans. The War Treaty, Michael Tanya Trotter's message to veterans. Tori and me had a viral post recently, Zach said on their podcast. Literally, we're having a great family night. We're like, let's go upstairs and make a reel. We just throw it on social media, and the next thing you know, it's like wild. But the comments on it, there's so many negative comments, Zach added. Examples of nasty messages included, "Stop reproducing. Why would she willingly keep having kids if they're gonna look like this and from 1 problem to 3 problems?" Zach explained that he neither responds to negative comments nor is he necessarily affected by them. The father of 3 also discouraged fans from defending them in the comments. "If you go to those profiles, there's 0 profiles. They aren't real profiles," he said. "Also, people do stuff for attention. Those negative comments get the most likes, which is sad." He also pointed out, a lot of times, it's people bored, wanting attention, wanting a reaction. They have their own issues. Similarly, Tori added, "You can't live your life by what people are saying about you online, describing the internet as a cesspool of evil." Zach and Tori Roloff are no strangers to online critics. After appearing on TLC's Little People Big World as a couple since season 10 and Zach since season 1, they've practically become experts at navigating trolls. However, fans of the reality stars recently stepped in to defend them against critics of their family vacation photos. On Thursday, June 27th, Tori took to Instagram to share photos from a trip she and Zach took with their 3 children, Jackson, 7, Lila, 4, and Josiah, 2. In the comments, a handful of Instagram users also commented on Jackson and Lila's bowed legs, a common symptom of achondroplasia dwarfism, which they, Josiah and Zach, were all born with. "Poor kid. Is there any treatment for his condition?" one person wrote. To that, a fan snarked, "So glad you caught this. I am sure his parents are so grateful that you pointed it out." I am sure his doctors are truly thankful for the Instagram docs. Another critic pointed out, their poor little legs. It looks painful. Several fans defended Zach and Tori, with one writing, "Are you serious? They are on top of the development with their kids. Jackson has had surgery. I'm sure if they were in pain, they wouldn't be walking and the parents would know." Another Instagram user replied, "As someone with a disability, just because something looks painful doesn't mean it is. Zach and Tori are great parents. They will take of their legs if it becomes an issue." Meanwhile, someone else echoed in the comments, "They are on top of everything when it comes to their beautiful children, so please don't assume that just because they have small legs and slightly bent. They are amazing parents. I have followed them since before they got married." Unsolicited comments about their kids' appearances must be difficult for Zach and Tori despite their many years in the spotlight. But at least fans are willing to step in when critics cross a line.